Welcome everyone to Wisdom and Wealth, a channel dedicated to providing insights and strategies for a richer, more fulfilling life. We focus on the wisdom that transcends time, and how you can apply it to build a more secure and prosperous future, especially for those of us who've seen a few decades pass. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of body language, a skill that can unlock profound understanding and connection in your relationships, career, and even in your understanding of yourself. Before we get started, if you find value in the wisdom we share, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Wisdom and Wealth. We appreciate your support. Most people communicate primarily through words, carefully constructing sentences, debating points, and often, unintentionally obscuring the deeper truth. But the authentic truth often resides in silence. You don't need some mystical power to become a mind reader. You simply need to cultivate the power of awareness. One subtle blink, a fleeting pause, a slight shift in posture, these nonverbal cues can unveil a whole story that words are actively concealing. Mastering body language isn't some manipulative trick, it's a powerful tool for understanding the subtle layers of human interaction. It's about truly seeing what's happening beneath the surface. The greatest warriors aren't necessarily the loudest, they are the keenest observers. They understand that observation is a crucial weapon in and of itself. Now, about 25% of the way through, are you enjoying this channel? If so, like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel. If you overlook these subtle signals, you risk missing the full picture, the true essence of the communication. I want to show you how to perceive what others can't, how to decipher the silent language of the body. If you genuinely aspire to understand someone, you must first internalize one fundamental principle: the body rarely lies. What the mouth consciously conceals, the body unconsciously reveals. Again and again, in those quiet interludes between spoken words, in the underlying tension behind a forced smile, in the subtle stillness of the shoulders, you'll begin to perceive what is truly happening inside another human being. This is a skill that grows stronger with dedicated practice. We exist in a world that is obsessed with endless talking, constant explaining, relentless proving, but very few people truly master the deeper art. The quieter, more profound skill of careful observation. The body serves as the echo of the mind. If your mind is clear, calm, and focused, the body reflects that clarity. However, if the mind is in a state of internal chaos, the body simply cannot hide it. This is a universal law of nature, not simply an abstract idea or personal belief. When you learn to observe people without judgment, without immediately reacting to their behaviors, you begin to perceive what is never explicitly said. And in those powerful moments of quiet observation, a far deeper truth emerges from the silence. Every subtle movement, every gesture, carries a specific intention. When someone stands with their arms deliberately crossed, what are they truly communicating? Are they protecting themselves? Are they guarding something? Are they shielding their true selves from the world? Now, we are about halfway through the video. Please like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel. We appreciate your support. When someone leans forward attentively during a conversation, they are likely drawn to you, engaged with what you are saying. But when they noticeably lean back, they are often distancing themselves, creating a subtle barrier. Their body is speaking volumes, even if their words remain polite and neutral. And yet, the vast majority of people miss these crucial signals simply because they are preoccupied with formulating their response, desperately trying to prove their own points, or anxiously waiting for their turn to speak. To truly be able to read the minds of others, you must first cultivate a state of inner stillness within yourself. You must consciously become the observer, not the performer, not the one who always has to speak, not the one who desperately needs attention. You must consciously emulate water, silent, yet ever aware. When you walk into a room full of people, deliberately observe how individuals are sitting, their posture, how they are breathing. You will quickly begin to identify who is genuinely relaxed and at ease, versus who is simply forcing an appearance of confidence. You will be able to tell who is truly open and engaged, versus who is consciously hiding something behind a veil of cleverly crafted words. A person who possesses a true understanding of this silent language never rushes to immediately respond. They are actively listening, not only with their ears, but with their entire body. They perceive the slight tremble in the hand, the almost imperceptible tightening of the jaw, that quick, furtive glance to the side just before someone speaks. And they don't judge these observations. They simply seek to understand them. Because once you have learned to truly observe people with compassion, you come to the realization that we are all carrying something within us, some burden, some unresolved issue. The body is simply trying its best to cope with it, to manage that underlying burden. The beauty of this powerful skill lies in its fundamental simplicity. You don't need advanced degrees in psychology. You don't need to memorize countless books. You simply need to cultivate unwavering presence. When someone is speaking directly to you, strive to be fully present. Not lost in your thoughts, not anxiously planning your response, not constantly comparing yourself to others, not dwelling on past events. Just be fully, completely, present in that moment. And suddenly everything subtly changes. Their body will start to tell you things, revealing unspoken truths. Their underlying energy will become almost visible to you. Watch their feet. If someone's feet are subtly pointed towards the nearest exit, even if they are smiling and nodding politely, it likely means that they subconsciously want to leave. The body is already halfway out of the current conversation. Watch their hands. When someone unconsciously touches their face, often during a specific sentence, they may be feeling uncertain, nervous, or anxious. Their body is unconsciously trying to soothe itself. When someone's shoulders visibly rise while they speak, it often signifies underlying tension, fear, or discomfort. You don't need to point it out. Just see it, and strive to understand it. You will gradually come to realize that the vast majority of people are not intentionally being dishonest. They are simply afraid to reveal too much, afraid of exposing their underlying vulnerabilities. They speak, often cleverly, to conceal their insecurities, but their body cannot always follow the act. Their body consciously or unconsciously remains loyal to the underlying truth. This is why it is such a powerful tool for those individuals who are disciplined enough to utilize it. Now we are coming to a close on this video. Please like and subscribe to the Wisdom and Wealth channel. Not to manipulate or control, but to simply understand. Discipline is the key. Without it, your mind will constantly be running, interpreting everything through the distorted lens of your own emotions, your own biases, and you will miss the crucial signals that are right in front of you. You will miss what is truly there. To truly understand others, your own mind must be still. If you are filled with mental noise, you will only project that internal noise onto the people you observe. You will not see them as they truly are. You will only see yourself reflected back at you. This is why the monk trains diligently, not just in movement, but in stillness. Not just in physical strength, but in unwavering awareness. Every punch in training is also a valuable lesson in focus. Every mindful breath in meditation is careful preparation for deeper perception. The body of another human being is not a puzzle to be solved. It is a mirror, reflecting their life experience. And only a silent mind can see that reflection clearly. In your daily life, you will encounter many masks. People wear them all the time, masks of confidence, joy, and peace. But behind those carefully crafted masks are small cracks. A slight hesitation, a momentary stiffness in the neck, a fleeting flicker in the eyes. When you become more sensitive to these small but significant signs, you no longer fall for mere appearances. You begin to perceive underlying energy, not just posture, not just forced expressions, but the subtle energy that lives just beneath the surface. The path of awareness can be a lonely one at times because the more clearly you see, the more you realize how little others consciously notice. But it is also a path of great power. Once you can read a room in silence, once you can understand underlying tension without a single word being spoken, Once you can sense truth before it is even articulated, you will move through the world differently. You'll speak less, but your presence will say so much more. Let go of the need to always be right. Let go of the urge to immediately respond. And learn to cultivate the power of seeing people not through the limiting lens of your own emotions, but through the empowering discipline of unwavering awareness. Train your senses, not just your body. Train your attention, not just your physical strength. Because true understanding does not come from simply listening to spoken words. It comes from truly listening to silence. You do not need to chase after people. You do not need to impress them. When you can expertly read their body language, you already know what they truly need, what they secretly fear, and what they ultimately want. This knowledge gives you an advantage, not to dominate, but to serve. Not to win, but to connect. The path is remarkably simple: observe, listen, be still, and the body will reveal everything you need to know. Now begin.